Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to laugh out loud? Then please welcome your MC, Tanner Ermston.
Hi, what's up, everybody? Oh man, it's good to see all of your smiling faces. Man, and give us a second and soon you'll be able to see my smiling face. There we go, we got the lights on. Wow! Would you look at that? Welcome to Laugh Out Loud. We're glad to have you. We are BYU's premier improv comedy group. And it's good to see you all. You know, I was gonna be on. This is one of our last shows of the semester. We have one later at 9 o'clock. So if you think we're good now, come on by then. And you know, I was worried. I thought, oh man, this is our last show. It might be that there's not going to be enough seats for everyone. So we're glad you guys are here. Improv is great. I've been doing improv for a while now, and what I love about it is that it involves the audience, and you guys are as big a part of a show as we are up here. And so I'm hoping that this microphone stops cutting out, but it's not going to, so I'll just talk loudly. You are as much a part of the show as we are, and all of our acting today is going to be based off of your suggestions. So we'll get into that in a minute. But with all of this seat finagling, it kind of reminded me of an experience from when I was a freshman in high school, about when I was like 15 years old, like you saw up there on the screen. So the English department at our school decided that it would be a good idea to take all of the freshmen to go see Cats. I don't know why they thought, this is great for the English curriculum and everything, and it'll be all this great stuff, and it was just so bad. Because Cats, if you are familiar with it, it's based off a series of poems by a poet, I can't remember his name, and then he freaking made it, Andrew Lloyd Webber, in some crazy 80s nightmarish scenario, made songs about it and put grown adults into leotards and dressed them up like cats, and it was wonderful. So the Broadway version of it is weird enough. We were going to a local version of it. So if you've been to local theater, you know that sometimes it isn't always that great. We're going to be good though, I promise you. But not only was this a local production of Cats, they overbooked the theater. They busted in kids from all of the schools in my hometown. And there weren't enough seats, and I ended up sitting in the aisle of the balcony of the theater, and I had to almost like stand up to actually see the stage. It was terrible. I hated it. So hopefully this won't be like that experience then. So that is just a fun little anecdote that I thought would be funnier. So we'll just move on now, and I think my mic's working, so that's good. Who here has been to an improv comedy show before? Okay, so you guys are familiar with it. Here at Laugh Out Loud, our comedy, we make it up on the spot based on your suggestions. So we're going to need some help with that. Before we get into the suggestion part, though, this is our best of show, and we do something special. Basically, throughout the year when we do our shows, we prepare things and we practice certain games, and then after we've practiced them, we put them in the show, and we tell them, okay, hey, you're doing this, so get in the mindset and everything. For this best of show, basically what we've done is the performers tonight don't know what's going on in the games list. They don't know what they're doing. They haven't seen our games list yet, and so you are going to see improv in its purest form. They're going to have to think on their toes as quick as they can, and it'll be great. So, for suggestions, basically what I'll do is I'll ask you a question and you just need to respond. You don't need to raise your hands, we're not in school, so you can just shout it out. I'll often come over to one side of the stage or the other and then ask for some tips. So like over here, if I ask you, what's your favorite color? Go ahead and shout it out. Blue, crimson. Wow, who said crimson? Who was that? Wow. Don't you have a big vocabulary passing your SATs? Okay, middle over here. What's your favorite breakfast food? Toe. You lead a sad life, man. I'm sorry. But that's okay. What else? Go ahead, keep shouting it out. Avocado, all right. He's living on the edge. We've got the two ends of the spectrum here. And if you put them together, delicious, nutritious breakfast. Wonderful. Okay. Over here, this side of the audience, what is a gift you got for Christmas last year? Socks. Typewriter. What did you say? A bike. All right. He's living in the edge. Okay. And now, if we come back over here, what's your shoe size? 10, 9, 8, 6? Someone said no one said 6. Okay, all right. Okay. So it'll basically be like that. I'll ask you a question. Just say the first thing that pops into your head. Don't worry about if it makes sense or not. Just say it, and usually that's where the funniness comes out. So that is what we'll do. And the last thing before we get everyone out here is I just need to tell you about our special phrase, and that phrase is players to the front. When I say that phrase, that's going to get whoever's performing to come out onto the stage, and I need you to give us the loudest possible cheer that you can, a level 5 applause I like to call it. And so if you'll just clap along with me, I'll run you through what each level looks and sounds like. So number 1, you're at the community theater production of Cats. Yeah, you're being polite, but it's like, if I have to hear the words magical Mr. Mistopheles one more time, I'm gonna jump off this balcony. Two is your friend is in the local production of Cats, and so you are enthusiastic about that, you love them, you think they're talented, the rest of the cast, and three, this would be, you're actually at a Broadway musical that you enjoy. Four, you're at a Broadway musical and Lin-Manuel Miranda just scored the winning touchdown of the Super Bowl. And so you get both of those in there. All right. And then five, you try your hand at acting and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna move out to New York. I got big dreams. You go out and you go to your first audition. You say, hi, I'm here to audition for the role of magical Mr. Mistopheles in Cats on Broadway. And they say, okay, well, what you got? And you do your best cat dance and you're shaking what your mama gave you. And they say, wow, we've never seen someone move like a cat like you did. And your hopes are building and you can hear just faintly in your heart clapping. Starts, and you get a joyful laugh, and you just want to jump out of your seat, and you stand up, and it's crazy, and we'll get our players out. All right. First off, he literally just tripped and fell because he's so eager to get out here. It's Josh Halverson. You look good in a suit, but he's never gonna wear one. It's Josh Taylor. If you send her a text message, she'll respond with one letter. It's Racheal Kay. Oh man, his dad pecked a peck of pickled peppers. It's Marshall Peterson. And the illustrious president of our club, Gabriel Goulding. And returning for one night only, a Laugh Out Loud alumni. His name is Kevin Johnson. All right, this is our cast for the night. Give him a big round of applause. Okay, so as I said, they don't know what's coming. I'm the only one with the paper here who knows what's going to happen. And so they are at my mercy. You guys ready? Are you ready, audience? Are you ready? Wonderful. In that case, then, we're going to start out with a game called Top That. And I need all the players to the front. All right, so this is how this game works. We've got two people here, and we're going to get an action from you, the audience. Something you would do every day, maybe like a sports action, like kicking a ball, kind of like Kevin was doing there. And they'll do it simultaneously, and one will say, hey, I'm kicking a ball, and the other will try to come up with something that this action involves that is better than the thing that the other person did just then. So to start out, what is an action? Maybe you played some sports lately. What is a sporty action that we could do? Oh, wait. Pogo stick. What does a pogo stick look like? Stand up and show me. All right, so you're bouncing. Okay, all right, pogo stick. Kevin, why don't you go ahead and start? Players, are you ready?
Yes! I'm pogo sticking, top that.
Doing my best rabbit impression, top that.
I'm playing with the jackhammer, but I'm underage, top that.
I'm doing jump rope poorly.
I'm doing jump rope really, really well, actually. Oh!
I am jumping over little landmines so I don't blow up. Top that.
I'm little buddy foo-foo and I'm popping on the head with my feet. Top that.
I can't top that.
All right, so that's how the game works. Okay, we'll have Marshall come out next, and let's get another action. How about from this side of the audience over here? What is a sports or a daily chore, something you do? Serving a volleyball, what does that look like? You can sit in your seat if you want. He was just short, so I needed him to stand. Okay, all right, so kind of the bump service of a volleyball. There you go, all right. Kevin, you won, so you go ahead and start again.
I'm a bumper serving, top that.
I'm loading a trebuchet, top that.
I'm flipping really unique pancakes, top that.
I'm stretching Laffy Taffy, top that.
I'm pulling a child from a well because Lassie told me so, top that.
I am a machine at a casino, top that.
I'm pulling a casino, I can't.
All right, okay, and now we'll move over here now to this side of the audience. How about a chore, like something you would do around the house, some kind of chore or something like that? Cooking bacon. What does that look like? Okay, you got the pan. All right, there we go. Okay, Marshall, go ahead and start us off.
I'm cooking bacon, top that.
I'm pretending I know how to fence, top that.
I'm ending Julius Caesar lazily, top that.
I am removing the skin from the back of my hand on this sandpaper, top that.
I'm scratching my sister's favorite record, top that.
I'm doing circles with my wrist, top that.
Okay, Marshall, you're gone. I was going to say that was lame, but since you left, you gave up. Josh wins. All right, he'll stay up. Okay. All right. Let's. How about another action? How about another sporty action? Something you do in a sport. Oh, what does the javelin look like, sir? Ah, there it is. All right. Yeah, launching it. Josh, you were our winner, so go ahead and start.
I am javelin-ing, top that.
I am punching a very high punching bag, top that.
I am planting a flag on the moon because that totally happened, top that.
I'm replacing the American flag with the Soviet flag on the moon, top that.
Communism does not fly here. Get off the stage. All right, and lastly, let's get one more sports activity. What was the sport you like to play?
Yoga.
Shout it out. Yoga. Ooh, what does yoga look like? Stand up and show us. All right, there you go. So you do the first position to salute the sun, and then back down to first position. All right, there we go. Okay, Josh starts off.
I'm yoga-ing, top that.
I am patting two children on the head. Top that.
I am catching a samurai sword, but it's very slow, top that.
I am signaling to boats out in the water to save me. Top that.
I am making a snow angel on the side of my house because I live in Canada and that's where the snow is found. Top that.
I am demonstrating different angles to third graders.
I'm learning to fly. Top that.
I'm clapping along to Hey Jude at like 75.
All right. Hey, guess what? My mic's working now. There we go. Woo! And we got more people filling up the seats, so welcome. Okay, this next game is called Faster, Faster. I need Josh, Racheal, and Josh Blake to the front. Yay. Players to the front. Yay! you are as much a part of this as we are. Help me out here, all right? Come on, all right. Okay, so in this game, this is basically what's going to happen. These players are going to perform a scene. They're going to do it in 1 minute. Short little scene, just 1 minute. But then we're going to give them a little challenge, and they're going to have to do the same scene then in 30 seconds. And we'll see how fast they can get as we go on and on. So, to get this out, name me something that you bought at the grocery store last week. Lego cream? Butter. Butter. Oh, we're taking butter. That's what Lego cream is, apparently, is butter. Butter, give me 1 second while I get my timer back up. This is one of the problems of not seeing the games list ahead of time, is we're not prepared. Okay, all right. 1 minute on the clock. Players, are you ready?
Yes!
Tweet.
Mother, I'm so tired of hand-making our butter in our Amish community.
But you know that if we don't do this, we won't be able to feed ourselves.
Mother,
Yes.
I know you've put on some weight, but there's more things that can be eaten besides straight butter.
Simon, you know well that that's not what I meant. We will need to sell it to get our food. I will call your father. Child's father. Dear, you can't do that. You know you broke your leg last week.
The funnest way to get around.
Father, you must explain to Mother why butter is not good for your waist.
You were asking your father to explain that.
Look, we may be simple Amish folk, but we shouldn't care about what we look like, as long as we can be a family together. Help me out.
Dad, here is some of the I cannot believe it's not butter.
Okay, that's 1 minute. That's our scene. All right, so now they'll have to replicate that exactly as we saw it, but now they only have 30 seconds. All right, so we'll give them a minute to get going, and on my whistle, you will start.
Mother, the butter. I'm tired of it.
You need it to eat.
I know it's all you eat. Believe me, I size your belts.
How dare you call me fat child's father?
Yes, Father.
We need you in help to build the roofs.
Father, you must explain. Butter is bad for you.
It's bad for you. But look at me. Help me up.
Oh no.
You guys can build muscle while we eat fat.
Can you believe? This is not butter.
All right, that's 30 seconds. Okay. All right. You know, that was pretty good, but I think they can do it even faster. So we'll give them 15 seconds this time. 15 seconds, we'll cut it in half, see how they do, all right?
On my whistle.
My golly, I hate this.
What we need to eat.
You're fat.
How can child's father?
Dad,
I slipped on butter.
explain. It's terrible.
Lift me up.
You're explaining to him. You had him explain.
Family eats butter together.
All right, that was 15 seconds. I'm good at reading books, but I'm bad at math. 7.5 seconds. All right, 7.5 seconds.
Einbars, get set.
Bad, fat.
Child's father.
Dad, explain.
Help me up.
He's fat.
Butter.
Eat.
So I mean, I don't think you can get much faster than 7.5 seconds. I mean, the sound barrier is like 22 kilometers per hour at least. I don't know if they can do it any faster personally. This is the thing. You know, I once saw a hedgehog running really fast. So fast, it was just so crazy because he turned blue. All right, okay. 3 seconds. I don't think they can do it, but let's see. All right, on my whistle, players. I'm Mark. Get set.
Butter.
I want butter. Oh, nothing. Butter.
make a special request to our players. Make sure you give the kids fruit snacks. Come on. The adults can buy fruit snacks with their own money. All right. This next game is called Party Quirks. I need Gabe, Josh, Blake, Kevin, and Marshall players to the front. And I need one of you to leave. All right. There he goes. So this game, Party Quirks, is a guessing game. Gabe has left because he's going to host a party, and his guests here are going to have interesting quirks. They're going to be interesting people that he's invited, and he won't know who they are, and our players will give him clues as to who they are, and he'll have to guess who they are. And then they'll leave the party because, I mean, once you're identified at a party, there's no reason to stay there. So to start out, let's get, how about a popular figure, perhaps not something from politics because we don't want to get too edgy here, but like a celebrity or a historical figure, something like that. Go ahead and just shout out who comes to mind. Ulysses S. Grant, general from the Civil War, right? For the Union, all right? Ulysses S. Grant. Okay, all right, there we go. And then, over here, how about a fictional character? Something from a book. I like the genie from Aladdin. All right. Robin Williams or Will Smith, we'll see. So then for this last one, we're gonna get a little tricky with this. I want to do kind of a cause and effect. So when something happens on stage, Kevin, you're the last one, right? Kevin will have to do something. So let's start with something that happens often just in normal conversation or day-to-day life. Shout it out. What did you say? The word the. Can you do it, Kevin? This is the best of show. Okay, whenever someone says the word the, Kevin will have to do what?
Change accent.
Change accent. I heard change accent. You'll need to change your accent. The word the, you will need to change your accent.
Watch your mouth.
Okay, so review for us real quick who you are and what's going on with you.
Currently researching myself. I'm Ulysses S. Grant.
Every time someone says the, I have to change accents.
You didn't change your accent. And a genie from Aladdin.
All right, we haven't started the game yet, so we're gonna give Kevin some leeway, and then we'll do it. We'll simplify it. When Gabe says the word the, you have to change your accent. Okay, let's get Gabe back in here on the count of three. I just need you to shout his name as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah!
All right, now let's give him a big old hand as he comes in. All right, here he comes. All right, this is Party Quirks. Gabe, you ready?
Yes. Oh boy. I can't wait for my announcement party to start. I hope everyone brought good announcements. Oh, let's see. Got a vintage one here. The Continental Railroad finished. Wow. Oh, that must be my first guest. Welcome, welcome.
Yes, hello.
Yes, hello.
I'm so glad to see you.
Ah, yes. I'm glad to see you as well. Care for a beverage? As you can see on the front, Dr. Seuss just came out with a new book.
I noticed that your house is a little bit in shambles. If you need help with reconstruction, I can help you.
I think it's nice. It's like artfully bad.
Knock on the door!
What?
Knock on the door 3 times!
I think there was a knock at the door.
Knock on the door 3 times! I said it already.
Ah. It's okay, I didn't need that wall anyway.
I can fix that for you. And 2 other things.
I see you're on the blue side as well.
Well, you have a very nice hat. I meant you. You have a very nice hat.
Oh, thank you.
I take one for it, blanket.
Oh, thank you for knocking on the door instead of coming through the wall.
I am happy to do that thing that you just said. I'm at your party. It's a wonderful party.
Yes, it is a wonderful party. I'd love for you to be a part of it. Vote for me.
I think I will. It's a great idea.
Very.
Now, tell me, I see that you have a beard, or do you? But tell me about the battle.
Well, you see, there were a great many. This is an announcement party, correct?
It is. You may announce whatever you want.
Yes, we have taken Alabama.
Excellent, excellent.
I like that idea. That is a very good idea. Yes, take it. It's yours. You want some too. It's cake.
I recognize that voice.
It's a good one. I like it.
I see.
I do not like that this cake is divided.
I would just, before I forget, I would just like to say what an honor it is to have you here, President Lincoln.
What a great man he is.
Yep.
You got a lot of great friends here.
I like to think so. Here, this beverage. The stock market just crashed. Happy 1929.
Does this look like Dobby now? I'm free!
Very good. I was hoping to do that in the next 20 minutes. I've fought in a lot more battles than the person who got a lot of the credit.
General Grant.
Crikey, Mike. Sad to see you go.
Well,
Yes.
it's been so good to have you here.
Oh, crikey. I'm here and I'm here to stay. I'm eating more cake. Crikey. I'm a gator.
You're blue. Cool.
CGI's crap, but I mean, you do what you got.
You know, I don't know any of the people's names who live in your jungle place. James Cameron, what a guy.
Crikey, Mike. I'm still drinking this drink from this part of the country.
I wonder, what if I touched your shoulder?
That'd be really awkward, mate. Probably shouldn't do that.
Okay.
What a nice lamp you have.
I like to think so. Sometimes it jumps on the letter I. That's a Pixar.
They're the competition. Shh.
Oh, I'm so sorry. They're the competition. And you're blue and not green.
Man, with a lamp like this, I wouldn't have a crick in my neck.
Oh, well, yeah, that lamp is, you're a genie. What?
Use one of your wishes and I'll leave.
Oh, okay, I wish you would leave.
Heart stars and horseshoes, clovers and balloons. I have a different voice. Because I'm a different person.
Yes, you seem to change identities every time something happens.
But what is it?
This is an announcement party, so lots of things could happen.
But not the right one. You gotta think harder. I'm gonna keep eating this pizza.
Yes.
That I'm cutting.
But what if we try a different food group? Have some vegetables.
Heart stars and horseshoes.
It's fun how that didn't change anything.
I need you to talk a little more.
it's just an honor to have you here. I have, excuse me, there's someone at the door.
Hi, I've noticed you're wearing a blue shirt. Could you help me with the war? Do you know about the war?
I think I should get involved.
In what?
The war.
Hello! I am this now! From a specific location!
I'm getting the picture.
Alrighty! Yeah. There we go. Hey, can we give Kevin a big hand? All right. This next game is called Nothing But the Truth, and I need all the players to the front. Okay, in this game, our players are going to become a panel of experts on a topic of your choice, and they will then talk about that topic and discuss it and debate it and do it. But we don't want something that you would see on the news or like at a school debate, because we've seen that a million times. So let's name something, an object that you would find at Walmart.
Right there.
Chalk. Chalk. I'm committing to that. Chalk, by golly. Chalk. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
So, I think that chalk is just like the most fun thing that you can do on the playground. It is my favorite thing to do. You can chalk flowers and sunshines and hearts and write "I love Timmy" until he.
Objection!
Yes.
I can't hear anything she's
Neither
saying.
can I, so get on stage.
Hello! Welcome to this tour of Britain. These are the cliffs of Dover. They might be made of chalk. I think.
Objection!
Yes.
This young man needs to be educated.
If you say so, sustain.
Education has gone downhill in my experience. All those introductions of whiteboards and such things. No, chalk is the true way to teach a pupil. The only way that a student will learn is if the pain of the chalk scratching down the keyboard burns in his
Objection! Chalk tastes much worse than whiteboard markers. Everyone knows that chalk is dry and whiteboard markers are wet. In the same way that if you make juice by mixing in a powder, it's always much worse than if you
Objection.
actually put in liquid.
Yes.
I'm about ready to puke.
Yeah, me too, sustained.
Now, chalk, of course, hails from the 17th century. Germans invaded the land of what is now called France. And they...
Objection!
Yes.
When France invaded Germany, English was born. Sort of.
Let's hear about it, sustained.
As you can see, carved into the cliffs of Dover, there's an etymology lesson. You see, English comes from a combination of Celtic languages and French and German, which is why...
Objection!
Yes.
My French teacher doesn't speak German.
Overruled.
Which is why English...
Objection! My English teacher doesn't speak German.
It's like the same thing.
Which is why English grammatical structure...
Objection!
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about grammaticals.
Sustained.
So I'll tell you, I've been a chalk miner for years. You gotta get your pickaxe and get in there real good. Move the gold aside and get to the real valuable stuff. It's the chalk. Now I'm telling you, you can sell
Objection!
this
This young man has been playing far too much Minecraft.
Sustained.
Despite its many updates, Minecraft has never introduced a chalkboard.
Objection! The
Yeah.
last man's discussion sounded a lot more tasty.
Sustained.
I agree. Have you ever tried eating gold? It's terrible. People mine it all the time, but it just bends a little bit. Chalk, that really just gets all of
Yes.
the gums.
I can't tell if he's wearing a shirt or a sweater.
Sustained.
Then, of course, the French became involved.
Objection!
Yes.
There's been an update to the Cliffs of Dover.
Sustained.
Look, if you use an iron pickaxe, it comes out in blocks. Objection! I said that first!
Sustained.
If you use a pickaxe, it comes out in boxes. That's what it said. Objection.
Yeah.
He's a chalk minor, but I was a chalk major.
All right. This next game is called Human Props. I need Josh, Taylor, and Kevin, players, to the front. And for this game, I'm also going to need three, count them, three audience volunteers. All right, let's have you. You can come on up. Let's have, I got Ulysses S. Grant for music. Let's have your friend come up. Let's have your friend come up. All right, and then you in the green shirt over there. We'll have you come up as well. I was sexist about that. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize it. Hey, but there we go. Okay, so go ahead and go up there with them. Let's give our audience volunteers a So they'll explain to you what you need to do, and I will explain to the audience what's going on. So basically, we don't use props too much here, but on this game, our audience volunteers are going to be the props for the scene. If they need a table, the audience volunteer will become a table. If they need a shotgun, then they'll get a shotgun. And so it's good stuff. We'll give them a minute to finish explaining. Yeah, and so they will become, they're gonna be the marble. They're gonna lick the marble. SpongeBob SquarePants, ladies and gentlemen. Art in our times. So let's see an example real quick of how this is gonna work. I'm gonna hurry them along because we gotta get going.
I'm going to play a tune on this gorgeous grand piano. Plunk, plunk. Plunk, plunk.
I shall accompany you with my tuba. I shall kneel to hold the tuba. What do I blow into?
There we go, so that's how it works. So we need a suggestion now for the scene. What's a location where there is a lot of stuff that you interact with? Something you touch, you feel, you hear, you listen to?
Antique shop.
Ooh, an antique store, an antique store. An antique store. Okay, all right. Audience volunteers, you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, she spoke for all of you. Players, are you ready?
Yes! Are you the one who runs this place?
Yes. Can't you tell by my counter of fine arrays? My counter of fine arrays. They sparkle. And make noises. Two noises.
Those are both terrible noises. Yeah, I've come because I wanted to pawn something off to you.
Show me.
It is a crystal necklace given to me by my grandmother.
I like it. Let me examine it with my magnifying glass.
Yes, please do.
Yes, I see. It's one of the musical necklaces.
It is. It knows Mary had a little lamb. When you poke it, please poke it.
It's broken.
I want to return it.
Very good, very good.
I will set this on the table now.
Very good. You made it make noises. Okay. Well, we need to see what's really going on. Let me get my tool set. It's over here.
Oh, yes, please.
It's over here. It's on wheels and remote control. Come with me. I'm going to open this up. Very good. And inside, there's a screwdriver. Yes, it pops up. Very nice. Just kind of twist it a little bit. It works. You hear me? Oh. You broke my counter!
I'm sorry!
Oh,
see your
pieces everywhere! Everywhere!
There's only one piece. There has to be be more pieces than that. Oh, there's 3 pieces!
One more big round of applause for our audience volunteers. All right. So, give it up for them. Okay. So we are at our last game for this half. We've got more improv for you coming up. We're gonna do one more game, but real quick, I just have one quick announcement. Hey, I discovered the secret. These microphones interfere with this one. Holy crap. We have just one more game in this half, like I said, but we do have something coming up in the next half. It's a game called Scenes from a Hat. And if you go out to to the entrance where you came in, you'll see a table with a top hat on it and some pieces of paper and some pens. We want you to write down suggestions of different things, and we'll pull them out of the hat, and then we'll use them in our game. So it's something. For example, one example would be like bad ways to tell your kid they're adopted, something like that. So not like high conceptual things, but just quick little things that we can do. There's an explanation paper on there, so we'll do that. We'll give you just a quick intermission, and then we'll get going on this. Okay, so this last game is called 3 Things. 3 things that I need. Josh, Taylor, Marshall, and Racheal. Players to the front. And I need one of you to get on out of here. All right, let's just go. Okay, so in this game, our players are going to be doing a sport, and we're going to take 3 things from that sport, and toss it on out of there. And so then Racheal will have to guess what the 3 things are and what we replaced it with. The catch here is they're not going to be able to speak to each other. They're going to use gibberish so they can make noises. They're going to mime so they can motion stuff, and it'll be a lot of fun. So, what is a sport that you enjoy? Maybe something from the Olympics, either winter or summer. I heard ice hockey. I'm going to take ice hockey. Ice hockey. And so, name me an object that you find in ice hockey. Ice. Ice. And what should we replace the ice with? I heard something over here that started with an S. No, that's not it. Okay, we do jello all the time. I'm sorry. But let's go with how about a non-food substance? Whose voice? They can't talk, so that's a problem. Come on. Oh, a bouncy castle. All right, a bounce house. Okay. And then what? Let's put over here from this side another object that you find in ice hockey. The hockey puck. The hockey puck. So let's replace the hockey puck with Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head. Okay. So the puck with Mr. Potato Head, and then one more object from ice hockey. The hockey stick, okay, and what are we replacing that with? A duck. A duck. We're taking a duck. All right. So, will you guys review for us? Please review the objects for us.
Yeah, so the sport is ice hockey. Instead of ice, we have a bouncy castle.
And instead of a hockey puck, we have Mr. Potato Head.
And instead of the stick, we have a duck.
Okay, all right. Let's get Racheal back in here on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And let's give a big round of applause as he comes back in. All right, so just to review for you, Racheal and the audience, it is one sport with 3 things from that sport have been replaced. Players, are you ready?
How about that?
See if she got it. Rachel, what is the sport? All right, and what did we replace?
They replaced the ice with a bouncy house.
Yes.
And they replaced the puck with a Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah!
Okay, and they replaced the